welcome back and welcome aboard. I'm going to be doing a service on the MBTA route in TSW5 on my Xbox Series X. And this is a service that's been causing a bit of a headache for many. And I've been wanting to get to it. It's just something that I've been keep putting it off because there's just so much that I would like to do, and then other family matters took precedence. So we're going to go to the train your collection, choose a route, pick a route, and we're going to do the Boston-Worcester MBTA route, as it's everybody refers to. And we're going to go to Timetable, jump into a lifelike Timetable. As you see, not much has been done here because of other family matters, and now I'm able to, meaning my daughter and I, can get back to hopefully some kind of routine. But so let's get to the timetables, and we're going to select the AC 4400 CW and YN3B color scheme, and it is from Sand Patch Grade. You're going to select the same one. I kind of I'm partial to this color scheme than the YN2. Maybe because it's a little bit darker with the nose not being so yellow. But anyway, select the same locomotive again, and then we go here and we get Q436. So there's actually it seems like it's part 1 and 2. So I'm gonna be doing the Framingham switching. Starts at 10:15 a.m. Should take 1 hour and 4 minutes, and you are to operate switching duties from Q436's arrival at Framingham. So yeah, so this is part 2 from the above part 1, Selkirk, New York to Framingham, Massachusetts. So that would be part 1, and this is part 2. I'm doing it in reverse order because this has been, like I said, this one service here has caused an issue for many people who have been unable to complete it, and some have been able to complete it. Okay, so then we select that one there, and we get started. It's pretty straightforward, really. But it looks like there's going to be a lot involved. So let's get started. Okay, so here we are with the CSX Q436 Framingham Switching, 10:15 a.m. Operate switching, same thing as I read before. Switching duties, this is after you bring the service Q436 down to Framingham, and you're again with the AC 4400 CW with the YN3B color scheme, 89 cars in total. You do have a DPU unit in the middle, so you have 3 locomotives. So that brings it down to a total of 86 cars and 3 locomotives. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get okay. I'm doing this on my Xbox Series X, if I haven't said it already. So let me get the brakes set up here before we do anything else. Cut in, leave, F6 to save, and F8 to exit. Okay, so, and I'm using my keyboard to do this, connected to the Xbox. Turn on the gauge lights. Okay. Wow. Okay, so a bit washed out there, but that gauge light turns on this little LED display here, which really doesn't show much, but it also turns on the road number lights up there and the road number lights over there by the non-existent second man station. So let me check the DPU switch here. The breaker, I should say, distributed power. Turn that on. That's okay. Radio is on. Okay. Put on the number lights. Those lights are on. Okay. Everything's looking good. Okay, so okay, apply the independent brake fully and release the automatic brake completely. And let's go to the rear of the train. I'm using the classic controller layout, and it gets a little erratic. It just I like it better, but the okay, here we go. But the controls are oversensitive. I'm barely touching, and that's at level 3. But if you set it to the immersive control layout, it's much more manageable, but you don't have the same options with the controller. So we disconnect the okay, that was a bit odd. So let's that actually moved pretty quickly. Okay, so all right, let's get up. Maybe I should have restarted my Xbox. Anyway, let's get moving here. Put on the banking comms because of the DPU locomotive, and give it 2 horn blows, toots rather, 2 toots, and turn on safety systems. Shift enter, and I did put it forward. Yes, I'll put it forward. Nitro 3. Everything's looking good. Building amps. There we go. All right. Now the thing is, this was has been an issue for quite a few people, and they've been posting on Dovetail forums, having a hard time completing it. And the thing is, there's a locomotive coming down, Geometry Extra service, and you need to get moving as quickly as possible here once it loads in, because that train, let me take a quick look. There it is. Okay, it will come down, it'll block your path. And for whatever reason, it's not set to stop at a red signal, because even when you start, you're in a way you're blocking you're taking up 2 blocks. Ooh. And that should initiate a red light. For that train to stop before it gets into the block that you are occupying, and the one signal is a yellow signal. And the thing is, didn't want to overspeed there, but you want to get going as soon as possible. I did try at one time, just to see what was happening, to go to the DPU locomotive and make sure it's set up properly. That didn't work. That ended up in a failure. I couldn't do anything, and I've already completed the service. But it seems like the setup of these freight locomotives has been changed, because at one point you had to make sure that all your locomotives were properly set up. And it seems like now all you got to do is turn on the banking comms and go. And I don't remember that ever being like that. But I've noticed that on several different routes, several different services and routes. So it seems like something's been changed with the way these U.S. freight locomotives are set up. Ooh. Didn't want to go that far. Okay. Let's apply the independent brake. Release the automatic brake. That helps recover the brakes, the brake pipe, and the equalizing reservoir. Everything's looking good there. Just gotta wait a moment. Where is this other train? Here it comes. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it looks like this time it may not cause an issue, but so we go to North Framingham Yard, siding 13. So we put in reverse. Nacho 3. There it comes.
Yep, you were a little too slow.
There she comes. Okay. Okay. Look at that. If I'm not mistaken, it's doing the track speed 50 miles an hour. But it's not slowing down, it's not stopping, and that shouldn't be. At the same time, I can't speed up anymore because speed limit 15 miles an hour. Ooh, I'm already. Let me switch to auto brakes. Ooh, overspeeding. Ooh, move the camera. I deliberately put the camera like this so you could see what's going on here. I have another video that I did because I did try something and it didn't work out. I might try it again just to see what happens, but it's front camera. Okay, so grabbed a couple of screenshots here. I need to get to the back of the train. Camera mode. Where am I? Yeah, I should get back to the back of the train right now. We can hear the quackers. Okay, let's see. It's still keeping pace with me. 13 miles an hour. You know what? I'm slowing down. Didn't mean to slow down. Not that much anyway. I'm moving at 10. Oh, is it gonna stop? Is it gonna stop? It stopped at that red signal. No. So it did stop over there. Look at that. How about that? Surprised. Okay, let's get to the rear again. A little closer here. Okay, just start moving again. There it goes. Now it's moving. Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we uncouple at the DPU locomotive. I believe so, but let's see here. Okay, yep, this is it. Right here, okay. Put it forward. Independent brake applied, full application, release the automatic brake, and oh, that I shouldn't read because the last time I'm moving. Okay, that's good. Not that I wanted to do that, but okay. So give it a little bit of gas here. Contact signaler, make sure. Proceed as signals indicate. A little bit early on that, but it's okay, I guess. Now, there is another one that does come down, but not for a while. I don't believe it didn't interfere when I ran the service yesterday. Today's the 24th of April, 2025. But again, if you dawdle and work a little slowly, it could cause an issue. But not this time around, because this switching service has you going back and forth into that siding a couple of times. It's at least 4 times, I believe. But 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 4 or 5 times. I've slept since then. But I know on one of the, because you have to come all the way out here to make the switch. Oh, look at that. We stop on the sidewalk. I don't know we drive on sidewalks now. And the other thing that I noticed, that the fuel usage, let me move my pointer here, the fuel usage does go down as you as you run this service, which is something that's I've never noticed happen before with the U.S. Freight locomotives, or the European ones, for that matter. Okay. Apply independent, release automatic. Help to get the brakes all equalized and pressurized again. Equalizing reservoir is looking good. Brake pipe looking good. Okay. Now, I don't believe that other train is on its way. What is that for? That was okay. I stopped. I don't believe it's coming down yet. At least not to the point that you or I, whoever's doing this service, would have to worry about. Yeah, here it is. And it'll eventually cross over. Okay, so let's put it in reverse. Give it a little bit of gas. The other thing that I did notice, though, is it could be because I have the settings. I didn't change them in my game. It's automatically adjusting, changing the switches and points for you. And usually I have that turned off, but I must have. I noticed it yesterday, just didn't think about changing it to check to see if I did change it. But it is changing the switches so the points get realigned for you, so you don't have to do it. And again, I wouldn't suggest doing this without using the camera, because if you have to get out, that takes time. And you don't want to waste a lot of time doing this switching service. But it does look like it's that first train that causes the most amount of issues with the majority of the people that have reported. Now maybe it's possible that it's it's a different issue on PC and PlayStation, and then the Xbox. All right, so let me get back to the back of the train. Because there are times where I like to get out and change the switches so the points get realigned, rather than have to use the magical lying. Ooh, there's the quackers. Listen. I don't know, is it duck hunting season yet?
No, it's rabbit season.
Did not want to do that, but I'm glad that it did not register, because most of the time when you stop on this colored stopping pad, as I refer to it, it usually registers your stop. This time it didn't. Drive mode. Hit the brakes a little too hard. Because in my honest opinion, this shouldn't be Conrail. That's one of the ones I have through the Creation Club. It shouldn't register your stop until you are on the waypoint marker. where this little blue dot is. It might register now. No, it didn't register. How about that? Oh, it did register. Okay, well, I'm gonna move it back anyway. Just a little bit. Oh, the dot disappeared. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong end. The dot disappeared. Yeah, because I'm looking at the wrong end of the train. Okay, good enough. Okay, and oh, that registered already. Okay, that's good. So, let's see, what do we have here? Independent brake, apply fully. Release the automatic brake. Put this in forward gear. And we leave the this DPU unit here. That's why I stay here. There we go. Now it shouldn't recouple. Or did it? Because I'm not in the cab, so I don't know how much. Yep, it did recouple. Okay. That's why I stayed there. Is there another train coming down yet? Well, to the point that it could cause an issue. Nope. Well, there it is. It's far enough away that it shouldn't cause a problem. Nitro 3 is good enough. Okay. So far, so good. And just to make sure with our points, well, it hasn't given me the, okay, yes, I'll have to wait. I don't know what for, but still gotta wait. Okay. Now it gave me a path. Yeah, see, it's changing this all automatically. Not the way I usually have it, but I'm not going to change it now. And that train is still coming down, but shouldn't be. It's nowhere near me, which is good. Yeah, there it is. Stopping at stations. And let's get back to the rear of the train. See, this was the second man conductor would come in, be here at the back of the train.
And he wanted the day off.
Yeah, probably. Or he called in sick. But yesterday, the green path that you have here, that it gives you, it was disappearing while I was still halfway around this turn here. Nice day out. Sometimes I wish the independent brake would have a little bit more stopping power, because it applies and releases much quicker than the auto brake. But when you're applying the auto brake, in a situation like this, you want to apply it and then release it as quickly as you can. I usually like to couple at 1 mile an hour. At least I try to. Apply the independent brake. Release the automatic brake. Put it in forward. Okay. So now we uncoupled 29 vehicles. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, recoupled. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. After all the editing was pretty much completed, we noticed, my daughter and I, that there was a considerable wait time. And while doing it, I really did not pay much attention to it. I knew there was a considerable wait time, but I just didn't pay much mind to it, because as I will show in the 2D map, due to the passenger service coming down the main line, because that red signal is already indicating a stop must be made and a wait must be had. As you will hear, another issue does arise, and I could have done a help reset the physics of my train. I just chose not to because I didn't know what else was going to happen. And just to keep things moving along. So, while it may appear and look like it's an issue, it is not. But a considerable amount of the video has been cut. The majority of the wait time was pulled from the video simply to save some time. Roughly 7 minutes or thereabouts, and it averages, I mean, if you add all that up, it's roughly 10 minutes. And rather than sit there watching absolutely nothing, while I do take a look at the local wildlife, it's just something that must be done. And there will be a bit of a discrepancy in the game time and the way everything does jump. This is the reason why. Other than that, it's a pretty straightforward service, and it's actually not bad. I mean, it's a shunting service, what it comes down to. Okay, on with the rest of the show. And again, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and smash that thumbs up like button, okay? Thank you. Now this is where we wait for a train to come down. And I think it's the one that I was talking about. So, what, free cam? I'll park it right here. If I'm not mistaken, it's the train that I was expecting. And thinking that it might cause an issue, but it's not. But gotta wait for it to come down. What is it? There it is. So let's see. Doing 56 miles an hour. P511. So let's take a look at some of the local wildlife around here.
That's not wild.
Well, sometimes they act like wildlife.
Let's look at the local wildlife.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're really, well, one thing I gotta give Dovetail credit for, that's if it is Dovetail, some of the clothing isn't that bad. Looks pretty good, but, some of the color combinations needed much to be desired. Look at that. You think they like purple? Somebody likes purple. Look at that. Was that my older daughter? Purple shoes, purple jacket, shirt, purple hat. Yeah, maybe more like a lavender. Either way, ooh, look, they made an old guy. Wow, look at that. And
At least they're learning variety.
Yeah. And you look different too. Well, look at that. Yep. Train still hasn't come down. What's this guy doing? What's he watching on his cell phone? Oh, I can't tell. It looks like something with a train.
Yeah. I think it says true track, but I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah. Okay, where's this train? Well, coming down. Okay, so let's get to our train here. Yeah, I think you're right, because I saw that in one of the other videos I did.
Oh, yeah.
On a PC.
Yeah, where it was easier to see.
But, well, I was able to do it because of the flying cam and using the God Mode mod, which you can't use on console. That would be nice if you could use some, even if it was just, say a gigabyte's worth. It would add so much more. I mean, one of the oldest games around, TSW5. I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. Fallout 4 still has all kinds of mods you could use on Xbox and PlayStation, but PlayStation has to be all vanilla assets. Okay, where's this train? Oh, it's slowing down. 14 miles an hour. Okay, 15. Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to stop at the station here. So if you come to this point and you got a red signal, it's not because it's a red light bug or it will never change. You have to wait for that train to come down before you get access. And I'm really surprised because the amount of time you have to wait for this train to come down, in that amount of time, you could have pulled out and backed in again. Okay, let's double check with the signaler. Proceed as signals indicate. Okay, got a yellow. Yeah, let's get out of the chair. No, we don't want to do that. Okay. Oh, why am I doing that? I'm being a bumblehead over here. Okay, yeah, it did stop at the station here. And it's nice to see that these gates are working. They do go down and they do go up. Should have no more trains to worry about. This doesn't make any sense. Ooh, zoom in. I'm already well past the level crossing there. What happened to the horn? Okay, that's a bit odd. The horn stopped working? Okay. Oh, I use a bell. What about the horn? Am I missing something here? But what doesn't make sense is, why am I stopping? Using the keyboard. Why am I stopping here, blocking the level crossing, when... Wait, let's try this. I am well past that level crossing over there. That makes absolutely no sense. Anyway. That is weird. Okay, yeah. Guess the front camera is a rear camera, huh? So the horn stopped working. Yeah. Not with the keyboard, not with the controller, not even with the button on the on the desk. Wonderful. Okay. That's not a good thing. All right, so let me check the level crossing. I mean, switches and points here. Make sure I'm going into the right track. Okay. Really? Now that is odd. There's something going on with the sound here. Did that make a difference? No. Okay, so if I turn all the way to the right, there's no sound. Turn to the left, and there's engine sound. You do the owl. Okay, wonderful. That could just be a glitch. Because everything was working yesterday with no problems. Yeah. Could give it a try. Probably still too far away from the locomotive to hear it. Yeah. Ooh. Over speeding. Okay. I think we uncoupled some cars. I forgot which ones. Okay. There we go. When doing this service, I always stay in the rear with the flying camera because, as I've noticed, that for whatever reason, it rolls back just enough to recouple to the cars you uncoupled from. That's why I stay there with the camera. Nope. Still no horn? Nope. We're a bit screwed up. Whoa, okay, yeah, that's not good. Okay, I'm not sure why those gates went up, but, what about the level crossing over here? That wasn't a good thing. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's see, does it happen again? The gates are down. Yep. Sure. Okay, the gates are down, but the lights are not flashing.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. This gate is up.
And so far, it's driving right through the train.
Yeah. Yeah. So half the level crossing is working this time, and the other half is not. Yeah. Sure. You betcha. Get your loopers. Okay. Okay, we're in reverse. Oh, okay, where are we going here? Let me make sure I got the right track and points are set correctly. Okay, so wrong one. That's good. That's good. All right. Okay. Okay. Those gates go down as I'm passing through? Yes. Okay. Sure. Okay.
I think it's the opposite in the world of trains.
Yeah. Something like that. Come on. I don't want to give her too much gas, but I want to stop. That looks like it's a bit tight. It's a bit close for comfort. I don't think it's supposed to be that close together. Okay. So now I think we uncouple the locomotives. Yep. Forward. Come on. Yeah, still no horn. I guess if I stopped and restarted the console, the game, it might start working again. But I'm this far into the service, and no sense in going through all that again. I'll talk to my daughter. Shit. My character seems like they just want to get out of the seat. I don't know what it is. Okay, so
Maybe he just doesn't want to be there anymore.
yeah, probably because I've had enough of this. The horn don't work. No, the horn don't work. I'm out of here. Okay, so now we check. There's a one time that the switch is not changed for you. So the whole service, throughout the entire service. Okay, I'm coupling to this locomotive here, but my stop point is where that blue dot is. Green dot, rather. Okay, something's not adding up here. This show, there definitely is something going on with this service. Okay. And not once has the alerter gone off. Over the speed limit. once I couple up to this locomotive here, it will end the service. Okay, so I'm in actually free roam right now. I the service ended. Just want to say thank you for being here. I appreciate it. To all who took the time to take this journey with me and see what's happening and what's going on. Let's see, did this show? Yeah, look at that. So earlier I showed that it was shown 4443. I do believe you start with 4,447, I think. So it is showing that you are using up fuel when you're driving the locomotive, which is nice to see. This is something new. Hopefully it'll stay that way. But anyway, it does end as soon as you couple up to the your two locomotives to the third one over here. And again, that's a whoa, suck in your gut. Look at that. Holy moly. Talk about a tight squeeze. But anyway, there is another service that starts when you go into free roam. It starts at 21:55. So if you want to stick around here and wait until 21:55 for the next service to start, considering it's 11:43, you're welcome to do so. You can go look at the quackers over there by the water. I mean, if you could go fishing, you can go fishing for a while, you know, but I'm not sure which service it is. I wonder if there's a service here, or is this an AI train? Ooh, I opened up the door to an SD40. What's this? Oh, this is another service here. Okay, so you go from here to Selkirk. It's Q437. I'm not going to do that right now, but this is another service. But thanks for being here. Thank you for taking the time to, you know what? I want to see. So the horn now works on this train. Locomotive, not a train, locomotive. I shut down the locomotive I was driving. That's why the headlights are off. No, I don't want to sit. Nope. The horn still does not work. How about that? There's no other toggle, there's no other circuit breakers to turn on or off. But yeah, so the horn on this is still not working. That is something else. For whatever reason, the horn died on this train. Locomotive. Anyway, take care. Let me know what you think. And leave your thoughts, comments. Subscribe and share. And ring that bell. This way you know when another video gets uploaded. And smash that thumbs up likes button. This way I have some clue as to how good I am or not doing. And if you like the way I did this, again, let me know. It's kind of been, this particular one service here has caused quite a few people issues. I got it done on my Xbox Series X with no issues, but again, as you saw, I tried to get moving as quickly as possible, and if I would have taken any longer, like I said, in the past, you would have to go check your DPU, make sure it's properly set up, because most of the time it's not set up properly. But that's something you can't do. You just get your train set up as quickly as you can, which is basically put it in the gear, turn on your lights, ditch lights, tap the horn twice, make sure the DPU's breaker is on, turn on the banking comms, and go. It's just the way it's made. In that train that comes down, as you saw, it doesn't stop where it should stop. It shouldn't come down that far. It shouldn't come to you nose to nose. Anyway, take care, and by all means, do come back, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.